There are a lot of things we'll do on this trip in Kingdom's Edge. First, let's go all the way to the right until we reach Nailmaster Oro's hut. The hoppers drop a lot of geo and are easy to kill, so this may be a good area to grind if you need to. Unlike the regular hoppers, the giant hopper takes way too much time to be worth it for the amount of geo he drops. So unless you need him for the Hunter's Journal entry, I'd recommend you skip them entirely. Unless you get to a high combo count, of course, then they're barely worth killing. And here is Nailmaster Oro's hut. Let's go talk to him and learn our first nail art.
To sta jugando. Hele somet. Bam. Finelu.
Now let's go further to the right until we reach a crumbling floor and break it with a desolate dive. We can use a super dash here in order to save a few seconds. There's also a soul totem in case you're out of soul like I am. The first thing we need to do here is find the next captive grub. There are quite a few hoppers here. Let's go left, but be careful of a hopper ambushing you. Here he is, the little bugger, dropping right behind us. Deal with them and go up and continue left. After killing these primal aspits, there's another crumbling floor to destroy right below it. This area is extremely annoying, since there's very little room to maneuver while fighting the giant hopper. It's better to just ignore him, as you'll most likely lose quite a few masks before killing him. The grub is all the way to the right, so let's go find him. I was trying to see whether it's possible to go back using the same route, since there's a Rancy tech we can collect. But unfortunately we can't. We need to go all the way back to Oro's hut and come back down again. We'll need to come back here in just a bit, so you'll see exactly where it's hiding. After saving the grub, we can go back a bit and break the wall hiding a secret tunnel and entrance to another part of this area. Now we need to make a few desolate dives until we reach the bottom and find a huge geostone. There are a few hoppers and normal geostones on the way there. The hoppers will help us with rebuilding our soul tank, since there are quite a few desolate dives we must cast. And here we are. Unfortunately, it was after collecting this geostone that I realized the bonfire mod has bugged a bit, and I was not getting the increased amount of geo from my luck attributes. It turned out that I had to completely restart the game in order to fix this problem. Simply save quitting was not enough. My first idea was to try respecking to see if that would fix it, but it didn't. Also, this was the moment I realized I couldn't use the leveling menu at just any bench. So I went to Dirtmouth, respect, and then came back here. Now let's go back to where we were, and instead of entering the secret tunnel, we'll continue left in order to get another charm. Here's the Rancid tech I talked about earlier. Now let's drop down and get almost killed by that miserable giant hopper. Seriously, I should have simply cut and run when I saw how badly out of position I was. Fortunately, at the end I was able to put some distance between us and heal. I didn't push my luck further and simply went ahead to where the quick slash charm is. I also found another giant hopper to take out my frustrations on. Once we are done with him, we can continue climbing up. There are quite a few primal aspects on the way. You may skip them if you want to, since they don't drop a lot of geo and are somewhat annoying to deal with. There's an opening in the right wall that will lead us to the corpse of one of the ancient bugs as well as the quick slash charm. Okay, we are now done with this area. Let's continue climbing for a bit more. Open the shortcut and then continue left and then up. Here we need to go a bit further to the left until we reach a ledge above the path we used to get here. I was still not done taking my revenge on the giant hoppers. Here's the ledge. There's also a geostone we can collect. After that, we'll start climbing. First we'll need to go left, kill a few hoppers and then go up again. There's a crumbling floor here. Using the desolate dive will drop us near the entrance of this room. We'll then have to go back through the hole we've created in order to reach a Wanderer's Journal hidden in a side tunnel. In this room we'll first go right through a breakable wall and then climb to reach another captive grub. I completely messed up fighting these two primal aspects. It's not that it was difficult, I was simply too overconfident. Anyway, there wasn't much risk of dying. Let's now go back and continue climbing. Our next goal is the second bench in this area. Okay, it's time to go right a bit until we reach an opening where we can go up again. Here it is. Now let's climb a bit further up and we'll end up at the second bench. We just need to break this ceiling. There's also a Wanderer's Journal we can collect. Now let's go back a bit and this time continue left instead. We need to reach the smaller of the two vertical shafts and follow it to the top where we'll meet an NPC. Here we are. Now we just need to climb to the top. On the way there is a geostone and a somewhat hidden tunnel containing a lifeboat cocoon. Here to the right is the tunnel with the lifeboat cocoon. And now we just continue a bit further up where we can have a quick chat with Bardoon.
Bakura, hello. Karakma. Karakma. Sono. Sono.
Bardoon has some very important war information, so if you're interested in it, I definitely recommend visiting him. Now we just need to drop down to the first exit to the left that connects to the bigger vertical shafts. In this area we'll first need to activate another whispering root. This one has a lot of essence orbs, so it will take a while collecting them all. I went up for a while in order to clear up at least some of the enemies, so I'll have an easier time keeping track of the orbs. And now I'll drop down and do the same until I reach the whispering root. Here we go. There's a total of 51 orbs to collect. You may want to keep track of them so you have at least a general idea of how many are left. To make it a bit easier, I'll first be doing the right side and then scouring the left. There's a Rancy text somewhat hidden in here. Make sure to bait the Belfry before entering the rock. We are done with the right side, so we'll start dropping down along the left side of the shaft. Mistimed the dash. Well, no biggie. Just a couple more left. And finally we are done. Now let's head back up again until we reach the top of the shaft. This is the entrance to the Tower of Love. We can go back through here later. Now that we are at the top, we should start heading left. First we'll grab a king's idol hidden behind a breakable wall and guarded by a giant hopper. Here's the breakable wall. And here's the giant hopper. I completely messed up the fight again. I just can't seem to figure out how to deal with the giant hoppers in these conditions. Eventually I did kill him and got the king's idol at the end of this cave. And then I totally intentionally death warped out of there. Okay, now it's time to go to the Colosseum of Fools. Let's continue left as far as we can go. Now let's go up and then all the way left so we can open the shortcut to the City of Tears. I shouldn't have dropped down in the shaft, since now I need to climb back up again. If we use the elevator, it will lead us near the lake in the resting grounds. Now let's go back down and start climbing. To be fair, it doesn't take that long, but it was still pointless. Once we reach the ledge, we can immediately start a super dash and go straight into the Colosseum. We won't be entering any of the trials right now. We just need to unlock the bench for easy access later and get a few levels while we're at it. I'll put a single point in resilience so I can get another bonus mask and a couple in dexterity. Apart from a major increase in crit damage, this will also get us faster attack speed. Now let's head back to the main vertical shaft in Kingdom's Edge and go through the exit to the Tower of Love. As you can see, we one-shotted the hopper with a crit even though we only had a 2x damage multiplier. We can't enter the Tower of Love itself since we still don't have the love key, but at least we can open the shortcut to the City of Tears. And since we're here, we can use this opportunity to free another grub. He's just over here to the left, tucked inside a small alcove. Now all we have to do is go to King's Station and take the stacked green path. There are a few things there we can collect now that we have most of our movement abilities. Hey guys! I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you want to see more from this game, you can check out my playlist over there. If you like my content, please press the like button, and if you have any comments, opinions or suggestions, I would love to hear from you in the comment section. Thank you for spending your time with me and hope to see you again next time. Until then, have a good one.